YouTube channel. Tonight while I do my skincare routine, I'm going to tell you about some lessons that I learned from the beginning of my modeling career that I think if you are a new model would be extremely helpful to know. I've got my skincare basket here, I've got my candle going, we are ready for a relaxing evening, and let me tell you some of the things that I've learned throughout my 4.5 years as a model. But first I'm going to wash my face. I use the Byoma Milky Oil Cleanser as my first step. One of the biggest things I've learned since I started modeling is that I kind of jumped into it a little bit too quickly, and I wouldn't recommend doing the same thing. I started my modeling career with a modeling agency. I didn't know anything about the industry or the ins and outs of the work before I was signed. And although being with an agency for my entire modeling career has had many benefits, if I was to give advice to newer models, I would say first get to know the industry before you sign with an agency. There are so many benefits to being with an agency, and I am very grateful for my agency. However, contracts can be tricky, and if you don't know a lot about the modeling industry or how badly you want to be a model or what you like about modeling or even what you would want to look for in an agency, then you're not ready to sign a contract. If you get into a contract that's hard to get out of, you may shoot yourself in the foot further along down the line. So lesson number 1 for new models, spend some time getting to know the industry before you focus on finding an agent. Focus on finding what you enjoy about being in the industry, what direction you want to head in, and then focus on finding the right agent for you. Finding an agency should not be your primary focus when you decide you want to start modeling. The next step in my skincare routine is a serum. I have the Mixsoon X Una Master Serum. Lesson number 2 for new models is to understand that the point of modeling is not to be the prettiest person or the sexiest person. There are a lot of physical standards and stereotypes associated with being a model. However, the point of modeling is not to be the prettiest person or the sexiest person. Sex does sell, but it's not the only thing that sells. And as you're learning to model, you cannot rely on just being a naturally beautiful person, and you cannot rely on just being sexy in all of your photos. You need to learn the art of communicating through the photo different emotions, because the point of modeling is to get somebody to feel something. If you're just being sexy and just being pretty, what is substantiating your expression? What is giving purpose to the photo that will give someone an impression? So much of modeling is for the purpose of selling products. How are you going to be able to get someone to buy a product if you are just pretty and that's the only depth to your expression and your character in the photo? Anyone can take a beautiful photo or a sexy photo. Models need to be able to take a photo that gets someone to feel something and gets someone to want to buy something. There's a big difference. And if you jump into modeling because you're so beautiful and you think that you'll automatically be successful, you're gonna have a major humbling experience in this industry. It is not just about being a pretty face. So get to know other emotions and other expressions, and don't just rely on being so pretty to carry you through this industry. After I apply my serum, I always brush my teeth to let the serum soak into my skin. I have a Philips Sonicare electric toothbrush. My mom is a dental hygienist, and this is the one that she says is the best. Also, every night I use a fluoride toothpaste. This is the Clean Pro 5000 anti-cavity toothpaste. I always put on chapstick after I brush my teeth. I have right now the EOS chopsticks and these cute little sticks. This is the vanilla bean flavor. My next tip for new models is that you need to be diversifying the types of photos that you're taking. One common mistake I see new models making is they will only do one type of shoot because that's what they're comfortable with. Whether it's boudoir, commercial, high fashion, or fitness, they think they have to immediately find a niche, and that ends up hurting them in the long run because they didn't learn the skills that it takes to do different kinds of photo shoots. And it also kind of pigeonholes them when casting directors and photographers are looking for models and they only see that you've done one thing. It's hard for them to imagine you doing something different. So you need to be able to show a wide range of what you're capable of doing. And the best way to do that is to start off diversifying what you do. If you just did a photo shoot that was black and white and high fashion, make your next one maybe fun and colorful and fitness, and then after that do a swimwear one, and after that do a beauty, and after that try and incorporate a product into your photo shoot. There's so many ways you can change up each photo shoot so many valuable skills you can learn from doing something different every time. And as a new model, getting that experience of doing new things is going to be so valuable. If you get stuck just doing one thing, you're not going to learn, you're not going to grow, and people aren't going to trust that you can work in a variety of different areas and spaces. Next skincare step is moisturizer, and this is the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer. And I'm putting on a little bit extra tonight and putting some on my neck because I'm going to gua sha. I have a stainless steel gua sha from the brand Tiaoho, and everything that I've learned about gua sha has been from the internet, so don't quote me on any of this. The fourth thing that is very important for new models to understand is that you need to be okay with paying for photos early on in your career. Honestly, you can get so much benefit out of doing trade shoots and working with a variety of different photographers for fun and collaborating, but what is really going to help you to get to a monetized status within your career is building your portfolio, and you cannot build your portfolio with just any photographer and with any photo shoot. Portfolios are very specific. They need to be curated intentionally and very carefully. And the best way to get photos for your portfolio is to pay for them. And I understand that as a new model, it's not ideal to be paying into something that you're not sure if you're going to see a return on. But I personally avoided paying for photos for way too long in the beginning of my modeling career, and I think I could have gotten farther than I am right now if I had decided to prioritize putting money and investing into a portfolio rather than investing more of my time into collaborating. I have so many amazing photos from collaborations that I've done with other photographers. However, I cannot use them in my portfolio because they're just not right for a portfolio. That honestly has hurt my ability to get work because my portfolio has been really weak, even though I've gained all this experience. In a way, I had nothing to show for it because the portfolio is what really matters, and I was rich in experience, but my portfolio was very weak. If I had to go back and do it again, I would focus on the portfolio up front just as much as I was focusing on getting practice and experience by shooting with local photographers that I could do a trade with. I understand the feeling of, oh, I don't want to pay you for photos if I don't have the experience to ensure that I'm going to get good photos for my portfolio. And that is completely valid. If that's not something you're comfortable doing immediately, have that be what you're working towards. You're working towards being able to shoot a portfolio. The last step in my nighttime skincare routine is to apply a lip mask, and this is the Healthy Hydration Lip Sleeping Mask from Ulta Beauty. My last big lesson for new models to learn is how important networking is. Getting connected with your local modeling industry is going to take you so far, so fast. The best way that you can do this is on Instagram. Make sure you're active on your Instagram account, posting photos regularly so people know what you look like and so they can gauge your abilities. Genuinely connect with people in your area, leaving comments, DM them, and support people genuinely who work in your creative industry. The online world of networking is extremely important, but just as important is the in-person world of networking. If there are any fashion or modeling related events in your area, try to attend as many as you can and use those as opportunities to connect with as many people as you can. Follow people on Instagram. Show genuine interest in what they do and how they contribute to the industry. The modeling industry is the people, so show that you genuinely care about the other people involved in the industry that you will be working alongside of. Support them, don't be a gatekeeper, and show that you are invested in your own modeling career by investing in getting to know the other people around you. I hope that you learned something from this video. Please leave a comment down below if you found this video helpful, or if you have any questions about being a new model, or if you have any additional tips that I did not mention in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok to see more content about my life and about my modeling career. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because I love making videos about modeling, especially model vlogs from photo shoots that I get to do, but then also videos like this where I'm able to share helpful tips to models based on my own experience. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!